right, Wrestling Hero Figs. We're going to be looking at all the Wyatt family members, regardless of the fact that some have departed, but we kind of have to figure out the story, you guys. I mean, this is a real thing, and it's actually happening now. You know, now there was a certain superstar that's out of the picture. We're having Braun Strowman, the Black Sheep, versus the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. So all the stories are kind of all being brought back to the surface. That's why I figured that this video is very important at this present moment. I do have to say that I am a fan. I like the Black Sheep when he unmasked that gift on Sunday or on Friday night. That was cool. It was like remembering Braun Strowman of where it all started, right? He came out, he was an extra. I mean, originally there was only 3 members to the Wyatt family. It was Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper. And then this man, once he made his it was the Shield. It was a Monday Night Raw, and he had come into the ring, and they didn't know what to think of the man. I mean, the stature. You're talking about almost in scale right there with any of the other monsters in the past, whether it's Undertaker, Kane, Braun Strowman. He had that presence, and having that Black Sheep right there on that mastodon, they didn't know what to think of it. I mean, Dean Ambrose had jumped on him. He tossed him across the ring, and then that's when we knew that Braun Strowman was going to make an impact and become champion one day, and he did, and it's, you know, it was a journey. I got to say, it was definitely a journey, and I think had things not played out a certain way that they did, he might have still not been champion, but that's another talk, man. This is cool. I want to talk about this. We're going to go ahead and cover all of them. This Braun Strowman figure, very first introduction for the Elite Series. Prior to this, we did get the basic, and there was a lot of people already converting this head scan into Elite figure form, but it was missing this piece, man. The sheep, the mask, the man that said, Hero Figs, why am I being here? Why am I finally here in the video? Dude, we already reviewed you, bro. We already got a close look at you. People still were curious as to what it all came to be once you brought all of them together, man. It was actually a whole triggered effect of this damn mask never staying on. And then we also got Braun Strowman. Now, Braun Strowman right here, this is a creation, and it was actually pretty neat to see this. This was, it was kind of like, you know, a question up in the air, like, who are we going to face this Sunday? And it was Braun's. I mean, it was still technically Braun Strowman, but it was neat, right? He put on a nice little collared blue shirt, well, it was white, and then he put the glasses on, and he's like, let's see if we can have that sheep mask fit on him. It won't happen, dude, not without the damn glasses. Matter of fact, the original figure that this freaking mask had come with, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but regardless, really cool creation. It wasn't really much anything. I mean, this was just some that was slapped together, and I never wanted to disassemble it because I really did like it. The only other Braun Strowman that we have got, I mean, everything was just like a recreation. It was just something that was brought back in Elite Series 68. I mean, eventually they did get away from the Burger King hands, so I gotta say I am a fan of that. I think this one right here, yeah, this was, pretty sure this was Elite Series 68, but I couldn't tell you because all of them shared the same. I mean, once we got the sculpted pants, it was the same thing. So it is nice that the top picks will finally feature this shirtless look. So if you are new to the channel, if you are curious, like, bro, where can I get that shirtless look? This was a fix-up, man. This was a torso swap. Frankie's Legends, he popped that on there using a Big Show, an original Braun Strowman. And really anything apart from that, that's all it was, man. But you will see this in the near future, so just look out for that, man. If you are starting to collect, because I am seeing that, man. Everybody's like, dude, I just started collecting. I found this channel, and I said, dude, I gotta find out where we're getting this. WrestlingFigures.com, always #1 place, man. Discount code HERO. They'll save you some money over there as well. We also got Harper, we got Rowan, we got both of them, but not in regular form, dude. This was the remastered version of these two. Right, because it was like Wyatt family. They kind of kept this traditional look for quite some time. I know Rowan, he ended up changing it. He got out of that, what would you call him? Like, yeah, we'll talk about him in just a sec. But these figures right here, these two still to date, hands down, one of the best figures for last year, my friends. Like the jackets, they had all that detail, all the stuff going on. Even the evolution of the sheep mask was reflected properly, dude. Check this out. You got the whole thing going on right there. You got to make sure that if the man is going out in the wild and there's coronavirus season, you know, he doesn't have to be breathing. Like, let's just play this out. Let's say Harper sneezes, right? Achoo! And he's like, oh, you can't get me, bro. Check this out, man. Check out my mask. Ooh, that's a really nice mask. Will that prevent me from getting infected? I don't know, dude. Let's find out. Once it does come off, you got an angry beast in there, man. He says, this doesn't make any sense, dude. I stuck through it all. I was freaking carrying a spider inside a cage, and they still got rid of me. I know, man. It doesn't make sense. One day it'll make sense. I think once you align yourself, which, you know, it's going to happen, dude. Over there in AEW, these two, they'll be back. Not in in this look, not in this particular look, or in the look that we're about to get into, but you will see him reunite. If not fight, maybe have some kind of feud, kind of like what we're seeing with these two Wyatt family members, right? With Bray Wyatt. So this would be an ideal feud, right? Let's just say that he does go over to AEW. This would be awesome, dude. I would love to see this play out. Now, there are several figures. Actually, there's one more Harper figure that had a very similar look, but for Rowan right here, he actually had like a darker, it is in the mail. I have ordered it because there's a good handful of figures that, like, you know, once these guys got released, man, I jumped on eBay. I'm like, dude, I've been missing on a lot of these, so I got to make sure. So stay tuned, man. You will see the alternate looks that I am talking about this. And I think that one had, I think 3 sheep masks in all. It might have been 2. There was one that was like really neat. I don't think it was ever reflected in Mattel form, but he kind of had this one that was all painted up. Kind of had like this clown look, paint apps to it. Loved it. I wish Mattel had made that one. I don't think it did. I know the extra masks that we're talking about for that other figure, they weren't that. But regardless, again, just stay tuned, man. I am planning on picking up the rest, so definitely look out for that. Now, for right here, for Bray Wyatt, this is actually one lad that we've picked up every single figure for. I mean, the very first Elite, the last Elite, and Elite Series 77. And, you know, it's already pre-ordered, dude. But right here, this one was actually a custom. This is before Mattel had released their own version of the sculpted pants. This was done by Gene Addy. So all that stuff right here, you will see it. It was repainted. Pretty sure it was the very first one, just repainted black, because I can tell by the pegs. You can see the pegs in there. They have a little tint of white, so I'm pretty sure that's the origin. And then also the dreads. This one was revamped right here. One of them did break off on the back end, but not a big deal, man. One that still has to be in the Bray Wyatt collection. And this is almost identical right here to his, was it Elite? I think this was Elite Series 53. This one is super loose. You guys might have seen this one in an unboxing about a couple weeks back, because the one that I had used to make like the original thought process of Fiend or Bray Wyatt right here was based off that Elite. So I wanted to have the nicer one, the one that was in the actual WHF collection. You can tell, man, look at it. There's no floppiness going on this man's leg, but there is the Fiend belt. Yes, DWO Customs. You already know how I feel about you, man. You already know how I feel about this belt. Look at this, my friends. We got her, we got the heel, and it just went right. I feel like it went perfect once we had the combination of this attire with the shirt, with the belt. Like, this is, again, this is always hanging on the back thought. Like, let's say there's an actual burner, right? We're cooking, we're making some macaroni and cheese right now, and we got all 4 burners on. Just know that this man, he's been on the back burner of Fiend's, like, the right side of his brain, dude. He's I don't know, this is kind of like the man that tells, like, you gotta hurt him, dude. Gotta make sure that if you're gonna go into that match, you bring it all, and you bring the creative superstar. One figure that yeah, I don't know. Look, I know a lot of people, they don't like these creative superstars, but if it had Bray Wyatt in it and there was a mask involved, you know that this is one right here that say, yo, Hero Figs, you gonna let me in? Of course, dude. We would let you in. Actually, we've already let the Fiend in quite a bit. We've gotten carried away with this man. You can pretty much tell right here with these customs. These are hands down some of my favorite creations right now. I mean, people are always like, dude, how do I get this? How do I get my hands on something like this? I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Good brother, RKO 1974. If you still watch my videos, bro, right here, sir, this right here, this is going to be it. Like, this is going to be the figure that's going to be hanging out. Like, even when Elite Series 77 drops in, this is going to be the figure, my friends, that's going to be hanging out in the collection. Because we still don't know yet. We don't know the exact date of when we'll actually get the regular Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. So between now and then, and when somebody tells me different that I can't display them, get out of here, man. Let's get the other Bray Wyatts up here to the frame. We got a Toys R Us exclusive. We have the very first Elite pants right here. That was the main thing that did change throughout this time. You can kind of tell that the era, first he started out with a fresh white. He's like, all right, man, I'm coming out here. I'm going to be scaring the people. What's scarier than purple pants? Right there. This man is from the woods, and he found himself a snake. So this is what he did. He says, yo, get over here, snake. First, I got to have dinner that night, right? Second, I need a new pair of boots. So we'll go ahead. This man utilizes everything from the beast, man. He doesn't just go ahead. He doesn't go to town on the meat. No, he utilizes sacrifices everything. He wants to make sure that if he's taking a life away, it's going to be for the best. And there's the Lantern Man. We got alternate versions. We got the original creation, and then there was the Fiend. Wait, whose head does I think it goes on this man? Let's go ahead and put it on here. Actually, I don't think this head scan goes on that figure, but you can tell, man, you can get the idea of what's trying to go down here on this channel. If you are stopping by for the first time, you guys, come over here. Come talk to us, man. We're doing Bray Wyatt's. We're doing Braun Strowman's. Fortunately, we can't do Luke Harper's and Eric Rowan's because of the change and everybody going over to somewhere else, and nothing yet. I mean, at least for one of them. But nonetheless, you guys, here it is. You know, I'll put them down right there. We can't be covering up the Fiend or the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt. We got to bring all of them to the frame because this right here, this is what's up, man. I appreciate you guys joining me as always, and let me know who your favorite character is from the whole Wyatt family. I'm pretty sure most of you, there's a good percentage that will say Bray Wyatt, and I would say, like, if I were to do a poll, I would say a good leverage would go to this man, and then maybe Braun Strowman. For these two, yeah, they're gonna have to develop a little bit more in another brand. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.